Welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, which is the location for today's race. The cars are out on the grid, so let's join the action down on the track. We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6 mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, it is that time of the week again, Parabolical eSports time. This is Oceania Division 2. With me for the very, very, very first time in the commentary box is the Division 1 driver, Mr. Chasey Dane. How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Looking forward to this one, mate. We're just waiting on Ramin to get his butt into this lobby. He said he'd be on his way, and that was about 5 minutes ago. So, Ramin, if you are out there, hurry up, please. But yes, Chasey Dane, of course, we are at Mexico, mate. And, well, we should have a full lobby, like I did say. We're just waiting on Ramin. So, only 2 reserves, mate. One of Mikau and the other one being Harass. Of course, Mikau in Team Williams as S5 is in the chat. The Oceania Div 2 admin.
Didn't take him long.
It didn't take him long at all. Giving you stick early doors. Saying no pressure, of course. And, of course, no pressure, mate. We will knock this one out of the park, of course. And, well, this track here, mate, a couple of tricky the Sector 2. Sector 2 is absolutely tricky as, of course, very technical through those S's. And there's only, as Crofty did mention, there's a couple of good overtaking places. One at turn 4. And, well, Ramin needs an invite. He needs another invite. Okay, mate, I'll get him another invite for you, Bopton. Just 1 second, folks, while I sort out this invite for Ramin. Where is he? Ramin. There he is, Ramin. Coming your way, brother. I'll send you a few, mate. He's in the lobby. Everybody, please, 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 ready up. There you go, Ramin. You've got a couple for you, brother. And we'll get this session underway, Chasey.
Awesome. Let's go, boys.
That's exactly right, of course. Well, while we've got you here, folks, let's bring up these driver championship standings, eh? There they are, folks, and have a look at it. Woohoo! Blue Dog on top with 198 points, followed by, well, there he is there, Mr. Inconspicuous himself, Mr. Brad Tay on 192. The Stig has dropped off a little bit. He has missed a couple of Grand Prix, has the lad. He's not too far behind, but with 2 Grand Prix left after this one, he's on 151 points. Kraken. The Kraken has moved up 1 place, of course. He is on 82 points. Nick Magoo is in P5 there with 81. Hello there, Housey. My co-commentator for Oceania Div 1 is there in P6 with 73 points. Crazy Kiwi on 71. Black Moon on 70. Bopton on 61. And 25 has broken into the top 10. And he is sitting in P10. And his cousin is knocking on the door right behind him, mate. So, hello there, the Kraken. And good to see you there, mate. And, well, yeah, like I said, Bopton messaged me early doors. I think this may quite possibly be his last Grand Prix of the year. Has got work commitments. Apparently one of the guys quit or something like that at his work, and he has to fill in for him, of course. So unless things change, which I do hope they do, we're just, well, Bopton, this could be the last time we see him. Now, the constructors' points are as follows there, folks. Mercedes on 338 points. Followed by McLaren on 296, Williams on 242, and Red Bull on 205. Closely followed by your team there, Chasey. Racing Point on 198 points. And Ferrari starting to catch up a little bit there on 170. It's actually pretty close, this division. There are battles all the way throughout, from top to bottom, of course. So looking forward to this one, mate.
Absolutely, mate. And I'm just looking at the weather.
Oh,
the weather is looking a bit dark out there, mate. So
it certainly is.
Could make it interesting if we get a bit of rain today. So And we've just got a few cars coming out on the track. Who have we got first?
Well,
Who's the lucky first
it is Ramin, my friend. Ramin. Well, he was last to join the lobby, but first out on track is the lad. So there he is there, Mr. Ramin. Of course, well, you don't want... Well, Harass is on the inters, of course. Harass does not usually qualify being a quicker lad. Just doing his bit for the boys, of course, and usually starts from the back. But that is up to Harass's choice, of course. Ramin is there. He's got, I'm pretty sure that might be the Bopton, or maybe, is that Bopton behind him or 2-5? Let's just have a quick look there, mate. I think it might be the Bopton. It is the Bopton, so...
Yeah, it's Bopton, yep.
Yeah, like I did say, we are possibly going to lose Bopton for the next couple of Grand Prix. But Bopton, there he is there. He just, Ramin moves out of the way of everybody and gives Bopton seniority here, Chasey. So let's just see what the Bopton can do. Excuse me. Don't want to take too much life out of these tyres, Chasey, on an outlap.
Yeah, certainly. You've got to go pretty slow on your outlap. Just keep your tyres nice and fresh, and then you're going to... I'd assume he's probably going to do the one lap and then probably pit it in, so...
Yeah, I think so, mate. As hello there, Housey is in the chat. Dry, overcast, but dry. Well, there you go. A bit of, well, not a mixed bag, but overcast, but dry, he says. So let's just see. Bopton getting us underway. Team Renault up the banana car, as he did say in the chat. And let's just see what Bopton can do. He's looking for a good result, is the lad. And let's just see what he can do. Of course, he did get... Well, I'm not going to touch on last race, but did not complete USA, of course, on the last lap. Unfortunate from the lad. But just wanted to... wants to keep this one nice and tidy. Of course, it is only Q1, Chasey. No panic stations just yet, mate. It's all about survival, brother.
That's exactly right. I mean, normally right now you might come out and do one or two sort of early laps, and then you might leave it till the end of the qualifying session here. Might jump out and do some more, just depending on where you're sitting. But you don't want to use your tyres. You want to use, you know, the least amount of tyres that you can. So, yeah.
Exactly right, mate. Exactly right. So Bopton very cautious through those S's. Of course, you don't want to set nothing too blistering. The track is still rubbering in, folks. Of course, this is only the very first lap of this session. This session has just got underway, as you can see for yourselves at home. But the Bopton coming around that last corner now. Let's just see what time he sets. He sets a 1 minute 17.5. And so the Ramin will be next. Here he is now, Ramin. And Ramin crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 16.6. There is a McLaren. Is that the Stig? He's on an outlap. And a Ferrari of Rolling Thunder sets a 1 minute 18.7. I have missed Crazy Kiwi, but he's just starting his lap. And there is Banana Hammock. Banana Hammock sets a 1 minute 18.9. Gee, they're coming in thick and fast. 2.5 will be next. And he crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 18.8 as... Well, Black Moon set a 1 minute 16.7. So I tell you what, these boys haven't given us a breath just yet, mate. Brad Tay will be next. Of course, Brad Tay is chasing Blue Dog, and we've got there you go. I've got a bit of a last chance for your monthly games. Well, there you go. Thank you, PlayStation Plus, as Brad Tay sets a 1 minute 15.9. So there you go. Bopton will be next. Let's just see if he's going to... Well, he certainly is. Have a look at his delta. According to that, Chasey, he was 1 second up on his previous best. Let's just see if he certainly is going to complete this lap. He sets a 1 minute 16.2.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lap, actually. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see if we sneak into a high 114 today or not. But, yeah, it's certainly a mid to low 115 is a pretty solid time as well. So
Definitely, mate. Definitely. While you were talking there, the Stig did cross the line, and he said a 1 minute 15.4. Crazy Kiwi, a 15.6. Blue Dog, a 15.2. 2.5, a 15.2. There is a Ferrari out there. It may be... No, it is not. It is Rolling Thunder. He goes...
Rolling Thunder.
Well, that must have been a cool-down lap. Let's just see. Black Moon is definitely not on a lap. There is a Alfa Romeo behind him of Romania. He looks awfully slow. There is also another Williams out there. That will be Brad Tay. And Brad Tay is gone again. He's gone. Well, he's nearly half a second up on his previous best. Is Mr. Brad Tay. Crosses the line, and he sets a 1 minute 15.1, Chasey. Woohoo!
That's a very nice lap. That's a very nice lap. You'd expect him to bring it into the pits now, and yeah, that's a very nice lap.
Well, of course, like we did say, it's all Q1. It's all about survival, of course. We have already lost Harass, as we did touch on early doors. Harass does not qualify. He likes to start at the back, of course. He's a reserve, and that is up to Harass. But Crazy Kiwi is on a lap here. I just seen him go with a big shout out to Mad G. Just seen him go magenta in the second sector. So Crazy Kiwi sets his time of a 15.2. There was a McLaren behind him, but unfortunately I did miss that. I wonder if 2.5's going to go again. I don't think so. He's going to throw that one in the pit lane. There is another racing point behind him of Banana Hammock putting it in the pit lane as well. So who else is out there on a lap? James Ralph, here he is, the other Papaya McLaren. And let's just see what time James Ralph can do. He sets a 1 minute 15.3. So I'll tell you what, mate, they're all there and thereabouts, aren't they?
And Nick Magoo's coming through now as well.
Yeah, he's just starting his lap now, Chasey.
Starting his fast lap.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a couple of boys on the outlap. We're going to focus on the guys yet to set times, of course. So, yeah, Nick Magoo is currently on a lap. And I do believe the Oceania Div 2 admin in Suicide 5 will be next behind him. So we've got a couple of people in the chat. Ducky, DK, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And Ramsell, how are you, brother? Hope that neck of yours is going well. Plenty of chiropractic sessions from you, my friend. It's a bit of an in-house joke there, folks, but he'll be having a bit of a giggle. And I always have a giggle every time I think about it. So, yeah, fantastic from you boys. Boys and girls, of course, whoever's out there watching us at the moment. But yes, Nick Magoo, of course, he's coming through these S's now. Very, very tricky to get it absolutely spot on here, Chasey.
They're a nightmare, those S's. Apparently you can go flat chat through them, and I have not mastered that yet. It is difficult, but you can do it and you save a lot of time. But it is so easy to invalidate your lap through there. It's crazy. So
it certainly is. And the back end tends to get away with you. And as you do know, mate, you lose the back end through those S's and off usually goes the wheel because those walls sneak up on you pretty quick smart. But Nick Magoo sets a 1 minute 15.7 and that is good enough for 7th place at the moment. Suicide 5 will be next on a timed run here, mate. He's coming into this glorious, glorious, glorious stadium section. I'll tell you what, you absolutely feel like a rock star. If you're ever on the podium at this Grand Prix, those fireworks on that last lap, when they go off, I'll tell you what, mate, rock star material. But yes, Suicide 5 sets a 1 minute 15.5. And, well, that's not bad for a first lap, to be honest.
That's a very good lap. Yeah, you'll be pretty happy with that one, I think. So
most definitely. As I think Nick Magoo, he's next on track. He's definitely up on his delta. Well, at that first sector, he's definitely up by about a 10th. And let's just see if he can keep it nice and clean through these S's, of course. So far, so good from a lot of the lads. He's just clipped the grass ever so slightly there. Let's just see what he does in that middle sector. Well, there you go. He's gone magenta. Yeah. And he's got his 2.5 tenths up on his previous best. So that puts him in the realms of around about 7th place. So let's just see what Nick Magoo can do. Of course, he's wanting a good result here, Chasey. He is sitting 5th in the championship. A bit of a tank slapper coming out of that last corner. He crosses the line. He sets a 1 minute 15.8. He lost a chunk of time coming out of there. Oh, and the Kraken has invalidated, but he will go again, of course. There is a Red Bull of Tabbed. And Tabbed, unfortunately, he's already set a lap, but I did miss that, but he set a 15-0. Oh. And, well, there you go. That is impressive from that lad. Hello there, Housey is on an out lap. We'll just go to Suicide 5 to see if he's going again. Well, he will, but he has invalidated that lap. Reedy is behind him, throwing that in the pit lane, and there is an Alfa Romeo. I do believe that is It's Not Me, It's You, and he is coming around the last corner now to start his timed run. Hello there, Housey will follow suit, of course. So at the moment, we're going to keep an eye on the Kraken. I do believe he is yet to set a time. He will be furthest along, of course. And let's just see what the Kraken can do, of course. He's made some En-roads as this lad, as the closing weeks of this season has started to roll out. We've got 2 more rounds after this one, Chasey. And, the championship is anyone's, but he's had some quality results as the guy.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken's a pretty fast driver, so, I think he's going to do pretty well tonight, sitting 4th in the constructors on, what's he on, 82? So
yeah, that's right.
I mean, he's probably, he really needs to try and get a win tonight if he can to push himself up and just consolidate that 4th spot if he can, because he's got Nick Magoo right behind him. And there he does it, a 1:14.4. Holy moly.
If you don't
impressive.
mind, umpire, there you go. So, hello there, Housey. Yet to set a time. I think It's Not Me, It's You is furthest along. He certainly is. He's got a bit, well, what happened there? To change camera on me for no reason whatsoever. He's gone real wide in the stadium section. Hello there, Housey is on a lap behind him. They are nose to stern. This is going to be very difficult to catch both of them, but It's Not Me, It's You. There is Housey right behind him, but It's Not Me, It's You sets a 1:19.4. Hello there, Housey does a 15.7. So, well, there you go, Chasey. That's it's all happening now, mate.
So we got Mikau's on an out lap, but is he? We don't know if he's going to actually do a qualifying lap, do we? So
well, that is up to him, of
might
course.
Just,
yeah, it's totally up to his discretion, of course. He is an unallocated reserve. He can do a qualifying lap if he chooses. But, of course, this is Oceania Division 2. It is totally up to him. We last saw Macau. I do believe it was at Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. And, well, he absolutely impressed there. So, looking forward to seeing what this lad can do. Very quick racer, of course. He is in Team Williams. Unfortunately, missing Kaio Tonic this week. He's just prepping his car quite nicely, Chasey. Nice and easy is the lad. Look at how just very casual, and that's exactly what you want to do. Not take too much life out of those tyres, of course. We have 5.5 minutes. Gee, this session has gone by the blink of an eye, Chasey. We have 5.5 minutes remaining in this session. And we are yet to see a lap from Macau, of course. Well, he's just about to go again. But It's Not Me, It's You does improve ever so slightly, but still stays in P18. So we'll give some airtime to Mr. Macau, of course, and watch him attack this glorious lap here in Mexico.
And he's very smooth, isn't he? Just right
yeah.
on the brakes there, and then smooth on the accelerator. Right over, good driving, very smooth indeed.
Exactly right. So, of course, this is probably, well, arguably one of the, not the heaviest, but it's a very tricky part of the track, this one here. And he's just had an inside lockup, but it doesn't really hinder his progress too much. He has got It's Not Me, It's You in front of him. And well, I'll tell you what, they're coming up to the S section. This dirty air is horrendous around this part of the track. So we are watching Macau, Team Williams, of course. And he is just invalidated for his troubles.
And that's what those corners are going to be about tonight, is how many invalidations can you not get? Because
exactly
I think if we get a safety car towards the end of the race and you've had a clean race, it could be really good for you. So you want to try and keep it clean through there, but the problem is you lose so much speed when you keep it clean, so you really got to go for it. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So Macau has thrown that in the pit lane. So we did invalidate. He's turned his ERS off. His fuel light's not flashing. So just about 4 minutes remaining here, Chasey. Crazy Kiwi is out there again. I think he's gone again. He certainly has. He's done a 1:15.1, but has not registered. It must have been an invalid lap, of course. Where is Nick Magoo currently out there? Oh, he's got that all wrong through there. And, well, there you go. All wrong has Nick Magoo. And he is putting that one in the pit lane. There also is Ramin. I think that's Ramin on an outlap. There is a Papaya McLaren out there of James Ralph right behind him as well. There he is there, folks. And I think it might be Bopton. Bopton's on a lap, so we'll stick with Bopton here, mate.
So where's Bopton? And he's in sector 2, but he is up half a second. So
yeah, that's right.
He may decide to just slow down and then go for another lap because his fuel light's not on, so he can probably do that.
He certainly can, of course. Excuse me, folks. Who is behind him? That might be, Crazy Kiwi. Let's just have another flick to Crazy Kiwi. And he's gone magenta in that second sector, going through that stadium section now. I tell you what, very easy to lose the back end through this part of the track. As we did touch on, he nearly did there as Blue Dog is in the chat. Yeah, the boys. As Crazy Kiwi sets a 1:15.144. That is P4 for now. And I dare say, mate, that is safe.
And we've got Reedy. No, Reedy is on his outlap coming through.
It might be Ramin. Oh, no, it's not. It's not me, it's you. He's going again. His fuel light's flashing. I dare say he's going to put that one in the pit lane. Black Moon is out there on an outlap. There is a Papaya McLaren of James Ralph. There he is there. James Ralph is absolutely on a lap. So we've got Black Moon just in front of him. I think he's got enough distance not to hamper the lad because this is such a slow section of the track. And, well, the dirty air does not really hamper the car too much around these parts. But let's just see if James Ralph keeps the back end bolted. He certainly does. He crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 15.5. That is P7, Chasey, P7.
And that puts McLarens right next to each other, so that always looks nice, doesn't it?
Yes,
I don't know if the Stig's probably, so he's not going to come out again, is he? No,
I wouldn't think so, mate. I wouldn't think so. Of course, we're going to lose from P16 right through to 20. And Macau, there he is there, of course. He has got Bopton just ahead of him. So getting a nice little cheeky toe is Macau coming down that massive run towards the end of Sector 1 as we've got one of the Renaults of, is that Bopton? That is certainly Bopton, spinning and into the wall, unfortunately. He still kept it going, which is, well, lucky for him, I dare say. He has gone magenta in the first sector, has Macau. This lad can race, and I absolutely loved watching him at Belgium. Clipping apexes, doing absolutely everything spot on. Now he's coming up to this famous S section, Sector 2, such a doozy, but he will absolutely nail it. He certainly has. Hasn't gone full throttle, of course. Oh, there you go. Yes, he certainly
Tricky.
has.
Yeah. Very well done.
Very well done. Save the car. Magenta again has Mr. Macau. He's coming through the stadium section now, hard on the brakes, clipping apexes. A lot of people go pretty deep into that corner. You just got to think when you get into that stadium section, make sure you're clipping the apexes, as what Macau is demonstrating there. But he's about to set his time of a 1 minute 14.1. If you don't mind, There you go. Well done. Great lap.
Just a lazy 1:14.1.
It's just a lazy one. Yeah, exactly right. I think Reedy's currently out there. Reedy certainly is out there, and he is just invalidated as a lad. There is 5 seconds. Whoa, he's gone very, very wide.
So he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done. There you go. His fuel light is absolutely screaming at him, Chasey. We'll flick up to Black Moon because, well, he's a lot slower. There you go, folks. So I do believe this session is done and dusted, folks. We do have a... We do have a, the knockout zone there, of course. Reedy, unfortunately, will not progress. He will start in P16. Banana Hammock, 17th. Rolling Thunder, P18. It's Not Me, It's You, P19. And, of course, Harass will start at the very, very back of the grid. Well, Chasey, you've already got a fan, mate. Have a look at Kyotonic. Kyotonic screaming out your name there, brother. Of course. And Kyotonic unfortunately couldn't make this Grand Prix. But yes, he will be back next week. Let's hope. And, well, his reserve that has jumped in his seat has put it on top of the timing tree for now, albeit a Q1 session.
And, hey, Kyo, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the chat. And I bet you're excited to hear my voice. So there you go.
Well, there you go. He's at his son's footy game. So good luck, Junior Kyotonic at the footy. And, well, there you go. So Bopton, we're just waiting for Bopton to get across the line or go back to the pit lane, of course. And we will be done with this session, folks. Well, there you go. As I say that, there you go. As Harass wishing Kyotonic. No, you do not get Macau's points, mate. Good try, Kyotonic. Good try, mate, but you've actually got to score some yourself. But, of course, you do not. The points that he will score will go to Team Williams, but not to you, my friend. But there you go, Macau, top of the charts. Well, 2.5 tenths there, mate. And Kraken over Tab. To tell you what, that's not a bad lap from Tab. Did a bit of practice while I was with him in a bit of a practice session. I reckon the lad was... well, sandbagging big time because he couldn't get anywhere near a 15 flat. And he's done a 15 flat in a Q1. So Tab playing some games out there, of course.
And Q2 is going to be interesting. Do you think we'll see a 113 in Q2 or maybe Q3?
I reckon Q3, mate. I reckon Q3.
I think what's going to be interesting, though, is to see what tyres they come out on, because obviously with this track we know, you can do a two-stopper pretty easily.
Yep.
So are they going to go for a two-stopper? They're going to start on their mediums and then try and run a long and then possibly hards, or they're going to go medium soft softs, or it's going to be very interesting to see how they do this.
Yeah, exactly
I have
right.
a feeling everyone will go softs though, I think.
Well,
but we'll see.
I mean, I mean, if you can get through it on a medium, why wouldn't you start on a medium? You know, just sort of enhance, get that long run through the start of the Grand Prix. But of course, we're not out there, Chasey. We are not out there. Can offer all the advice in the world, of course, but the longevity of the medium. Certainly is going to be beneficial when those softs start to die early doors. Of course, let's not forget the high fuel loads and the loads coming around this track. Of course, Sector 2, those S section, will take a lot of tyre wear off those tyres, as the Stig is the first one to blink in this session, mate.
Yeah, and obviously, if you're starting on mediums, it does give you more options later in the race.
That's exactly
so
right.
You can try and hold out for a safety car. You can go medium soft, you can go mediums hards. So starting on the mediums is certainly an advantage. But
so I tell you what, let's bring up these championship points again, just to remind everybody at home who is who in this particular zoo. And there you go, folks. There they are. And well, I'm not going to read them out, of course. You guys and girls at home can see them for yourselves, and it is an absolute ring-a-ding-ding. We've got a good battle for the championship here. We've got 2 Grand Prix left after this one, Chasey. We have got Interlagos coming up next week, and the week after, of course, the Yas Marina Circuit, Abu Dhabi, and that will do us for Season 3 here at PBE. And, well, there you go. That's where they're all at, and there are some cracking battles throughout the championship, as you guys and girls at home can see. And I'll get rid of that one for you guys, and I'll bring up the constructors, because that's another cracking battle as well. There they are, folks. So, well, it's not... Mercedes ain't too far ahead in this one. 338 versus 296. And then there's just battles right throughout, of course. But let's get rid of that and focus on the Stig, wanting a good result here in Mexico. So he's the first one to blink. I do believe Black Moon will be next. So the Stig, well... survival again here, folks. The top 10 will progress, and we'll have that glorious top 10 shootout as Harass telling Kyotonic to get his own points, and that's all right. So you're going to see this track map light up magenta, 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 of course. The Stig is the first one to blink. And, well, let's just say, well, that's just disappeared as Black Moon, I do believe, will have stolen that from him. So let's just see how the Stig attacks this S section, of course. Sector 2. And if he is flat out, no, slight little lift there, mate. Ooh. He held the back end ever so slightly. And I'll tell you what, very, very easy to get that snap, and around she goes. And as I said before, these walls feel like they're absolutely miles away from you, mate. But I tell you, through there, because you're going so quick, those walls just sneak up on you ever so quickly. So the Stig sets a 1 minute 15.7.
And that's a pretty good lap on the softs there. So it's interesting that he started out on the softs, because the Stig, he's a pretty fast driver. So I reckon he would have done all right in mediums as well. So there's a bit of strategy going on here already. So very interesting.
It certainly is.
And it might, when you get the fast guys out on the softs early, sometimes it forces everyone else to go out on the softs, just because they need to make that top 10 to get into Q3. So
exactly right. I tell you what, Chasey, before we went live, I checked how many followers we had. 749. We need one more for 750. One more follower for 750 followers. And the call went out earlier on in the week to see if we could get to 800 by the end of the season. I tell you what, that'd be a monumental task. But Brad Tay sets a 1 minute 16.2. But we're only looking for one more to get to... 750 followers, which is a monumental effort. But Bopton sets his time of a 15.9. There is a papaya, missed it. I just missed it. James Ralph on the medium sets a 16.7. So there you go. I wonder if the Stig is going to go again. No, he's invalidated, and I dare say that's going in the pit lane. Black Moon is well and truly down, and there is a Merc out there of the Kraken currently out on an outlap. So, he will be the next one to set a timed run, I do believe. The guys in front of him are going in the pit lane. Ramin is out there on an outlap, just leaving the pit lane. So 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes remaining in this session, folks. Plenty of time for this order to sort of jumble up and swap around and to find out what these boys are doing. It was Kraken taking his time around the last corner to try to get as much purchase on exit as possible. And let's just go on a lap with the Kraken, of course. And here he goes. He's got some traffic in front of him. That is a Haas of Nick Magoo getting well and truly out of the way. Of course, you want to open up this corner exactly like what Kraken does. Go wide and heave it into that turn one. Clip that apex there. Turn 3. DRS zone approaching. Letterbox rear wing wide open. There it is, folks. On the run down to turn 4. Now, this is a very, very tricky corner, of course. You don't want to hit that sausage curb because it unsettles the car way too much. But clipping apexes nicely is the Kraken. Drops it down to second. Very nice and tight line through there. And as we touched on just before, Chasey, this Sector 2 is very, very, very tricky. But as we watch the Kraken negotiate that, he's got Crazy Kiwi in front of him, and Crazy Kiwi.
Out the way.
Is he getting out of the way? He gets off track, and yes, he just gets out of the way. As Kraken goes magenta in the second sector, slight little tank slapper coming out of that corner. He's gone wide, took too much out of that corner. It's very, very easily done. And Kraken through the last part of the track. There is the pit lane entry. And let's just see what Kraken can do. The shortest run to the line. He sets a 1 minute 14.2. I think Tabbed is next here, Chasey. Yeah. And Team Red Bull, of course, as well. Tabbed is a recently new driver with us. I think this is his third Grand Prix with us as he's gone magenta. This guy was sandbagging in that practice session, which is okay. That's okay. But Tabbed keeping his cards.
Ooh,
no. He is just invalidated, Chasey. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was really unlucky. Just had a bit too much on it coming through that last bit there, and he's just lost the rear end. And that's one of the problems with this track. This track is very, very tricky with the rear end sliding out, and so we just saw it then. Exactly right. Ramin will be next. He crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 15.7, and there is an AlphaTauri out there. That is Suicide 5. Starting his run now. There also is a Merc of Blue Dog. Our championship leader is Blue Dog. He sets a 1 minute 15.7 on the medium. And, P3, Chasey. P3 as Crazy Kiwi will be next. Oh, he's invalidated. Followed by Nick Magoo. Nick Magoo crosses the line now. He sets a 16.4. There's also another. I wonder if the Kraken, let's just see if he's going to go again. No, he's definitely not. He definitely is not. So we'll flick back up to Tabbed here, mate. And Tabbed will be the next one. Magenta Sector 2, Chasey. Yeah, he's having a good lap this time. He just needs to... Here we go. Yeah, he's all good this time. Not a problem. Oh, he's... No, he's okay. He's okay. Be interesting. He's just going to come around here and hug it against the wall. And let's see how he goes. There you go. Oh, beautiful. A 15.0. And, there's a couple of guys out there as well, but I think the next guy yet to set a time is Suicide 5. And here he is now coming up to this hairpin and, clipping apexes is the lad. That is a shocking camera angle, isn't it, Chasey? Anyway, we move on. It is a shocker. It's a shocker. I wish you could select that helicam. But anyway, we move on. Suicide 5 is about to set his time of a 1 minute 15.1. P3. And it's interesting now. We got Blue Dog. He's still on the mediums, just set another lap, but hasn't really improved. Sitting in 5th, and the Stig as well. So it's going to be interesting whether some of these guys come back in for softs. Yeah. When there's a couple of minutes to go, because 1:15.6. Might be safe. Crazy Kiwi just set another time of a 15.9. That is 2 laps on the mediums now. And as we did touch on, be interesting to see if they keep going because, as you're well aware, Chasey, the more life you take out of those tyres in a Q2 session, the more it hampers you, exactly. Doesn't it? So, I mean, that's 100%. And, it can even come down to as much as 1 lap. If you do 1 lap extra, that can actually cost you the race because you can, blow a tyre with a few corners to go. We've all seen it before, yes, so you really do need to limit the time you spend on your mediums, 2 laps max, and then you want to get it in.
Well, there you go. We've just seen 2 laps there. One from James Ralph of a 15.6, excuse me, and 2.5 and 15.7. There is that Suicide 5 going again? It certainly is. He does a 14.6, and that is P2 from the lad. Very, very good time, of course. There is a Merc out there of Blue Dog. He's going to put that in the pit lane. Behind him is a Huss. I think that may be Nick Magoo, but he is invalidated. And there is also the Williams of our P2 man in the championship race, Mr. Brad Tay.
And Hello There Housey is also coming through as well at the moment, so let's see how he goes. Just coming through Sector 3 in the last corners now. Oh, he's cut that one. I think he's okay though. Oh, nearly lost the rear end as well.
Did. He certainly did.
116.4.
There is a Racing Point, a Crazy Kiwi, putting that one in the pit lane. Ramin, I think he's going to put that in the pit lane. There is 2.5 out there, but he's invalidated. These boys are all going to throw this in the pit lane, of course. We'll have a look at Macau. Macau's out there, just getting out of the way of that his teammate in Brad Tay. And there he is there. Brad Tay they must be working together there, because Brad Tay got a nice little cheeky toe going down that run down there. Of course he did. If he's just gotten by Macau at the end of the first sector into this glorious second sector, you either love it or hate it, Chasey. And while a lot of boys I was talking to during the week cannot stand it.
I want to see someone go through there without lifting their foot off the accelerator, because I haven't seen anyone yet. So now I got told yesterday that you can do it, but I don't know. I don't know if you can. So maybe on the the last lap of the race or something, but when you got no fuel. But yeah, it's a tricky corner, that one.
It is a very, very tricky corner, and of course mainly throttle control is what it's all about through there, of course. As Macau, the last one yet to register a time. We have 3 minutes remaining, folks, and we're going to stay with Macau again, of course. Yet to set a time in this session, as we're seeing another appearance from Blue Dog. Blue Dog has opted to put the soft compound on, so not comfortable, absolutely not comfortable with a 1 minute 15.6 is Blue Dog, but Macau on the medium. Interesting to see what he does. He's approaching the end of the first sector, and let's just see what time he does. He lights it up purple, if you don't mind, a 28 flat. So, well, as we did touch on before, as Curly is in the chat. And while Curly is in the chat, I did notice in the commentary room in our Discord, Curly will be departing us at the end of this season. Of course, he is a commentator. He usually does F2. He usually does Division 3. And Curly, thank you very, very much, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, mate, and cannot thank you enough for all the hard work you have put in, of course, throughout the season. As Miss Page is in the chat. Good morning, good evening, Miss Page. And yes, it is evening time, 8 p.m. here in the land of Oz, but Macau, 1 minute 14.
And Brad Tay's dropped up, he's bumped up to 8th as well, Brad Tay on the mediums as well. So the two Williams boys, the only ones at the moment on the mediums in the top 10, so that's interesting.
Exactly right. So Bopton is currently out there as well. He's slightly up on his time ever so slightly. Bit of airtime from the lad, and he invalidates, doesn't he, the Bopton? Come on, Bopton. Anyway, we will move on. Black Moon is currently out on track. Has not improved on that previous lap he did, but he's going again. Ooh, there was a Williams getting out of his way. I think it might have caught Black Moon slightly off guard as Curly. My pleasure, mate. It's been great, and been great to have you here, Curly. Of course, we have got this round and 2 more remaining. We're going to knock this one out of the park, of course, is Mr. Curly. Usually co-commentates there with Meep Show UK. And there you go, Paige Baguette, Miss Page, saying, damn, what a lap. I am proud. So, well, there you go. There you go. She's proud of that one. And, well, Black Moon, Magenta. Second. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, kept his lap green. It kept his lap green. But there you go. Mr. Black Moon, the Ferrari driver, absolutely sending it here in Mexico. A little bit wide there. And there you go. Puts it in the pit. Always the way, Chasey. Always the way. Always the way. Give him a pump up, and in the pit lane they go. There are 2 Renaults currently out on track. 2-5 will be the first of them, and he is invalidated.
Blue Dog's coming through as well.
Oh, sorry, Blue Dog, I've just missed that.
Nice.
There he is. There,
very nice time. Took nearly a second out on the soft, so just making sure he's right up there now. So well
certainly,
done.
mate. Nice and true, well and truly safe, of course. Interesting to note.
Bopton's coming through next.
Interesting to note, there are only 2 blokes.
Oh!
Bopton's lost it! Bopton's lost it into the wall. He's still got all 4 wheels, but he has lost an end plate. And he's got a racing point of Crazy Kiwi. There he is there. Bopton would want to get a move on here, otherwise he'll be disqualified. And he's, well...
Kiwi's out! The wall as well.
Kiwi's out! Kiwi's out! In the wall he goes, and Kiwi is out. The Stig will be next. Oh, and that's going to hamper the Stig. The Stig, oh, what's happened there? The Stig crosses the line. He sets a 14.9. Behind him might be 2.5, I think. And he is invalidated. The clock has counted down, folks. And who can change this running order? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. It would have been 2.5 that could have changed it. But Brad Tay sneaks in by 5 thousandths, folks. 5 thousandths of a second into Q3 on a medium, Chasey.
Talk about an exciting finish to Q2.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's right.
Putting on a show, these boys, for sure.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So 2.5, once he crosses that line, that'll be this session done, unless the game allows him to do another one, which I don't think it will. There you go, folks. This session is done and dusted. We have our running order for a Q3. Our drop order out of the Q2 will be our man that we're watching right now, Mr. 2.5, out of this session. Hello there, Housey. Unfortunately out. Bopton out. Black Moon out. And unfortunately, we did see Crazy Kiwi into the wall at the last corner. And he will start in P15 as Harass. Harass is saying, hard luck, Crazy Kiwi. But Black Moon, it's Baku all over again, he reckons. Oh, no, please don't say that, Black Moon. That's not nice.
Unlucky, very unlucky. I think he was up too. He was up on that lap. So I think if he managed to finish that lap, I reckon he would have made probably 7th or 8th there. So it's just, yeah, very, very unlucky.
But there you go. Two guys, Mr. Brad Tay and Mr. Macau, make a Q3 session. Well, they'll be starting on the mediums, folks, as Black Moon saying he messed up. Well, yeah, well, there you go. P14 for you. But the saving grace, Black Moon, is you get a free tyre choice, of course, and take note of that timing screen there. There's only 2 guys in that top 10 on the medium, of course. So, well, choose how you want as Harass saying. Harass is just stirring up the pot as good young Harass does. And, well, yeah.
And do you think we'll see a 13 in the Q3 here?
I think so.
Nice shot, mate.
Hang on a sec, as Curly.
Thank you.
Curly is hosting the stream as well, so there you go, Curly. Well, thank you, Curly. I don't think he had any viewers at this point in time. I think he's just logged on and he's just had a crack straight away. But appreciate it nonetheless, Curly. Well done to you, my friend. But yeah, I reckon, Chasey. I reckon we'll see a 13 maybe this session, mate.
And I reckon everyone's probably going to come out pretty early. We know, like Macau, for example, he'll have 2 sets of softs, won't he, for this? So
yeah, he certainly will.
He'll be out early probably and then leave one till the end. So
it's usually the way. I mean, they all tend to come out, as you do know, mate. They all come out, set pretty much a banker lap, and then the last couple of minutes, everyone's out on track, and it's relentless. The boys put in some rapid times, of course. This is where the cards are revealed here, folks. This is what we see, what we get to see, what they're all about, of course. Who's got the pace at this particular track. Q3 session, no one is holding back here.
And Ramin's first out for everybody, so maybe give him a bit of airtime, but it's going to be interesting to see what he does. So he's just cruising along, trying to save those tyres. Do not want to wear them out at all, so you just got to be really nice on your outlap.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So well, there you go. So Harass in the chat saying it's all about the race, Black Moon. I think Black Moon's just like, yep. not too interested. Not too interested. He knows he's made a bit of an error and probably copping that one on the chin, of course. But yes, Ramin, here he is now, ever so gentle on his outlap, of course. So very, very good for him to. He's made a Q3 and brilliant to see from Ramin, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's really good for Ramin. So I was just going to think, where's he? So he's got 10 points in the constructors at the moment. So yeah, he's made Q3. That's a great job. So
definitely. Of course,
as he flies down the back straight as well. So
that's right.
And he does cut those corners. You can cut those corners quite a lot, but you do get a little slippery when you come out sometimes. So you've got to short shift it down.
Mm-hmm. So I think Black Moon's in the chat just agreeing with what I said. Yeah, he's copped it on the chin, indeed, he reckons. So, of course, he broke the Ducks back along with Suicide 5 at Japan. Black Moon gets a P2 and his first podium here in Parabolical eSports. And Suicide 5 gets P3 at Japan. Of course, that was a couple of Grand Prix ago. But yes, P3. His first podium here in Parabolical eSports was Suicide 5. And, well, it was absolutely brilliant to see them on the podium and in the commentary box. And, well, Black Moon looking to avoid those time penalties as Harass is just touching on in the chat. Of course, we're expecting penalties as Ramin sets a 1 minute 15.7. The Stig will be next. Here he comes, and he puts it in the pit lane. The Nick Magoo is next, certainly is. Nick Magoo crosses the line now. He sets a 1 minute 15.3. There is a Mercedes of the Kraken. Crosses the line. He sets a 14.4. I think that might be Macau, a 14.1. There is James Ralph on an outlap. Behind him is Tabbed, who is invalidated, unfortunately. Mr. Brad Tay has invalidated as well. So we'll go up to Suicide 5. The next one on a valid lap here, folks. And let's just see what Suicide 5 can do. Of course, going through these S's now. All cards revealed here, folks. And absolutely held that there. Gone magenta in the second sector. Coming into the stadium section. Clips that sausage curve. I tell you what, Chasey, it does unsettle the car ever so slightly. And you have to sort of gather it a little bit there on some of these sausage curves. You try to avoid them if possible.
It's a very, very tricky track. I was trying this track on good time, Suicide 5 there as well, 1:14.8, very nice time. I was testing this track on traction on or off, and it's tricky because you need the extra rotation, but then you lose the traction. So it's
that's right.
I'm glad I'm not racing tonight. Put it that way. So
well,
you can't relax on this track at all. You cannot relax at all.
Definitely not. Of course, we can catch you on Sunday, Chasey. We can catch you Sunday, 7:30 p.m. AEST. That is Division 1 Oceania. And who's coming for the burritos is what how's he saying. But yes, a very nice lap from Macau indeed. James Ralph says a 15.2. There is a Williams out there of Brad Tay who is invalidated, unfortunately. Tabbed is out there who is invalidated also. And there is a Haas of Nick Magoo right behind him who's going to put that in the pit lane. Suicide 5 is level pegging with his previous best. There you go, 600ths off his previous best anyway. And let's just see if he's going to complete this lap or is he going to throw this in the pit lane. Of course, 6.5 minutes remaining. And, well, he can do what he likes, but I think he's going to put that in the pit lane is what they all are going to do. Got the Stig currently out there on an outlap. Tabbed has yet to set a time. Brad Tay is currently on a lap at the moment, and I think he may be furthest along of the guys yet to set a time, Chasey.
Yeah, and Brad's done a couple of laps already, so he's obviously invalidated a few laps. Or he could be using old tyres as well. Or
quite possibly.
Or not sure, but
quite possibly. But he's on 2-lap-old softs here, mate. So still 6 minutes remaining. So there's plenty of time for these lads to sort of. We're only really doing, 1 minute 15s around here at the moment anyway. So there's plenty of time for him to set this lap, put it in the pit lane, but his fuel light is screaming. He's turned his ERS off, and I dare say this is going in the pit lane, Chasey. Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah, it pulls it in. Yeah. So he'll go again towards the end.
And we are watching now Tabbed Tabs, if we're to believe that track map, it went magenta in the second sector. Tabs on a run here. He sets a 1 minute 14.9. That is P4 from the lad. Well, there you go. Tabbed absolutely doing a bit of a flex as we watch the Stig. He will be next. Our P3 man in the championship. As, well, there you go. Let's have a look at this chat. Come on, S5 is what hello there, Housey is saying. He's invalidated. Oh, unfortunate from the Stig. Unfortunate, but still plenty of time. But there you go. The AlphaTauri teammates supporting each other there. Housey saying, come on, S5. Nice lap from Macau. Who's coming for the burritos? Yes, well, Harass just impressed with Macau, as we all are, of course. Kraken's pretty damn slick too, is what Black Moon is saying, of course. And hello there, Housey. I'm currently doing a rain dance, is what Housey is screaming for rain, of course. And, well, there you go. Hopefully he gets it, but let's hope he doesn't. I don't think he will, of course. He did say in the, early doors, mate. Dry, but overcast.
I mean, it'd be nice to get a bit of rain with 5 laps to go, but I wouldn't wish it upon him. It's just painful for everyone then. But for us, it's good.
Exactly right.
Commentary, we love it. So.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Nothing but a bit of spice, of course. If that Sector 2 wasn't difficult in the dry, just adds water. So, Blue Dog prepping his car. He's about to start a run now. And our leader of the championship is Blue Dog. And away he goes. Team Mercedes. And the gap is shortened. So I tell you what, it's fired right up. There you go. 6 points between Blue Dog and Brad Tay. And these boys are going to go to the last round, folks. This is heating up big time. And let's just see where they all finish, of course. But Blue Dog, this will be his first timed run. Maybe possibly his only timed run. We have 3.5 minutes remaining in this session. He has gone magenta in that first sector with a 27.9. Clipping apexes very, very well is Blue Dog in Team Mercedes, donning the number 74. So, Blue Dog, here he goes. This tricky part of the track, Jay-Z. And there's hello there, Housey. Come on, Uncle Blue. Let's have it, champ. So there you go. Blue Dog through the S's. Nice and clean. Not even a hint of a tail slapper there. Tank slapper there, excuse me. Magenta Sector 2. Entering the stadium sector is our championship leader. And let's just see how he goes. He's gone a bit deep.
He's gone a little bit wide.
Yeah, he's gone a bit deep. A bit greedy there is Blue Dog. He's clipped that apex so very, very nicely. But that hairpin, I think he's lost a chunk of time. But he sets a 1 minute 14.9. And that is P5.
And his fuel light's flashing, so he's not going to be able to go again as well, I don't think. So
exactly right.
That'll be him done.
I think so. Nick Magoo will be next. But he's already set a time. Let's just see what happens when he crosses his second sector. Because if he is up, we'll stay with him. Yes, he is. He's up by 0.3 of a second, folks. 0.3 of a second puts him in the realms of, well, P6. He will jump James Ralph, of course. But Brad Tay is behind him on a lap. Our P2 man in the championship. But let's just see what Nick Magoo can do. I'm impressed with this lad as the season has rolled on. Nick Magoo sets a 1 minute 14.8. As we flick down to Mr. Brad Tay. There he is there, exiting the stadium section. I tell you what there, Chasey, that must be a phenomenal part of the track in real life, mate.
It's a great part of the track when you're finishing the race, but it would be amazing to watch. It would be amazing to sit in that grandstand, watch the cars coming through and going under you. That'd be incredible. So,
would it ever? So,
Brad Tay's the 114.9.
So there you go. Brad Tay puts that P7. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Blue Dog is, well, I don't think he's going to have time, mate. He's going to put that in the pit lane, and there it is. So Blue Dog doing 1 lap, P6, Brad Tay, P7. Brad Tay is down on his previous best. Of course, that is where the championship fight is at. S5 is starting a lap now. He set a 1 minute 14.750 at the moment. He is P3. James Ralph, there is the lad. He's just gone quicker. I do apologise, James. But James sets a 1 minute 14.6. P3. P3 from James, which is fantastic stuff. Brad Tay, there you go, is just invalidated as Macau on an outlap, starting a lap now. So, well, I'll tell you what, he wants to go quicker, does the lad. So, it'll be interesting to see what time he can do.
I'd like to see a 1:13.9 from him.
He's put the call out. He's put the call out. So, yes, Black Moon has just realised, she's very close. It certainly is Black Moon. As Nick Magoo's retired from the session, there you go, in the pit lane, of course. He will not have time. All those guys in the pit lane will not have time as Macau is absolutely purpled the first sector. Suicide 5
Suicide 5.
improving massively. Sorry, Suicide 5. There he is now exiting the stadium section around this last corner. Here is the pit lane, folks. Let's just see what he can do. He's gone magenta, the second sector. He goes with a 1 minute 14.5. He is on the front row. He's on the front row as Tabbed is next to 14.7. Next is James Ralph, but he is invalidated. We'll flick back up to Macau. There he is there. He's 6'10". Mate, we're going to see a 13. We're going to see a 13, Chasey. We're going to see a 13. Let's go, Macau. It'll be a 13.5, I reckon. It'll be a 13.5. Oh, that's 13.4. What a lap. What a lap from the lad. As the Stig has invalidated, as we did touch on, Brad Tay is 800ths up on his previous best, exiting the stadium section. I do believe Kraken will be straight after him, but well, Brad Tay, here he comes, and he puts that in the pit lane as the Kraken up half a second. The Kraken sets a 1 minute 13.7 P2. P2, so there you go. We've seen two 1 minute 13s. There you go, folks. Macau on pole with a 1 minute 13.4. The Kraken with a 1 minute 13.7. Suicide 5 up into P3 with a 1 minute 14.5. I tell you what, these times from P3 down are very, very close right through to P6, so to speak. A couple of tenths there, mate. And then you've got a little bit of a gap to Blue Dog. Of course, Blue Dog only did one lap. Same with Brad Tay. Brad Tay did a couple, but did not beat Blue Dog. Of course, let's have a look at this, Chasey. Blue Dog on a 1 minute 14.922. His championship rival, Mr. Brad Tay, on a 14.957. Let's bring this title points table up again. And there it is, folks. There it absolutely is. So the Stig, well, he's not on a run. I don't think this going to include. No, it should be it. And as we wait,
I think we're done.
We're done. We're done.
Oh.
That's just the AI being the AI, isn't it? that's the AI taking over the car, of course. The Stig would not have had control of that. But yeah, that is the AI doing what the AI does. But there you go, folks. That is the timing screen. Have a look at the top two. A 13.4 and a 13.7. Absolutely brilliant. I'll get rid of that table so you can see it. There it is there. And Suicide 5, as we touched on, P3. James Ralph, P4. Tabbed. P5, great result. Nick Magoo up there in P6, fantastic to see. Blue Dog P7 with a 14.9. Brad Tay with a 14.9 as well. And that is where the battle's at, folks. Ramin with a 15.7. And I think Ramin went quicker in his Q2 session than what he did in the Q3. He must have made an error somewhere. And the Stig will start in P10.
As Paige says in the chat, interesting to know Mick isn't confident at this track. I'd hate to see what he's like when he's confident. When he's pulled out a lap like that. So that's an amazing lap. Yeah,
he's good. Very good.
I'm getting pumped. I can't wait for the start of this race.
Yeah, me neither, mate. Me neither. So, well, we don't want to put too much pressure on the championship leaders, of course, but they will be feeling it naturally themselves, of course. Trying not to make any errors. But, well, I'll tell you what, it's either send it or bin it, I reckon, mate, because you cannot drive hampered, I reckon. You want to absolutely drive like how you were driving at the start of the season. Take minimal risks, of course. Take your opportunities when they arrive. But, yeah, do not, well... It's funny how the mental game sort of works when it comes to the championship fight, Chasey. The boys tend to, everybody tends to sort of go in their shell a little bit and protect that lead, but sometimes it doesn't pay off, and you tend to lose more points than what you really would intend to, really.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes one mistake and it can ruin your whole race, but then obviously Blue Dog and Brad Tay's the battle for tonight. So, right. You know, Blue Dog's going to be thinking on the way as he's driving, and yeah, we're getting ready to go. Warm-up lap. Blue Dogs, yeah, he's obviously going to be watching what Brad Tay's doing during the race, and that'll dictate his strategy if he's got to push hard and really go for it. I think if Brad's in front of him, he's just got to go for it. You know?
Exactly
so
right.
So he can't leave anything behind tonight. So
I don't think so, mate. I don't think any of the guys in the championship fight can leave anything on the table. As we'll go through this running order yet again. There you go, Macau in Team Williams in reserve capacity, putting it on pole. The Kraken P2. There he is there in Team Mercedes. Suicide 5, the Oceania Div 2 admin in P3. And I'll tell you what, those boys at the front are a long way ahead of the field there, Chasey. James Rolfe in P4, the first of the Papaya McLarens. Tabbed in P5, the first of the Renaults, of course. And Nick Magoo, the first of the Huss, in P6. Blue Dog, our championship leader, in P7. Brad Tay, P2 in the championship. Interesting to note, he's on the medium and he is sitting in P8. Ramin in P9 and the Stig, P3 in the championship, is starting this one in P10. 2-5, there he is there. The free tyre choice, he's opted for the mediums and he is gone in P11. Hello there, Housey. We'll be starting on that hard compound. And, well, interesting. Housey loves a hard compound strat. And, well, there you go. P12 will be Housey. The Bopton in P13 on the soft. Interesting to note with a free tyre choice. Black Moon, P14 on the medium. Crazy Kiwi we did see in the wine. He spun a little bit, just getting out of the way of everybody else on the medium, of course. Reedy in the Haas, P16 on the soft, wanting to gain some positions on that sticky soft compound. We go to Banana Hammock on the medium. There he is there, P17. Rolling Thunder. Welcome back, Rolling Thunder, after some medical issues. I hope you're feeling a lot better, my friend. P18 is Rolling Thunder. It's not me, it's you. P19, and Mr. Harass rounds out this grid.
Here we go. Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Let's get this one underway. Here we go, folks. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're go here at Mexico. Great start by Macau, but I think the Kraken's going to get him. Is the Kraken going to get him? Oh, they're side by side. Let's have a look at this. So far, so good from everybody. It's a straight run down to turn 1. And I'll tell you what, they're 4-5 wide in some places. Have a look. But the Kraken has got by Macau. James Rolfe is up into 4th. Blue Dog is up into 5th. Brad Tay is followed suit. Brad Tay's down to 6th. There you go. Blue Dog has got a couple of cars between him and his championship rival. Fantastic start as James Rolfe is all over the Blue Dog. So far, so good. Chasey, very, very clean start. Tabbed has dropped some positions. He's down into P8. And I tell you what, they're into the slow part of the track now. Nick Magoo is down into 10th. 2-5 up into 8th. Suicide 5 has held position. Fantastic stuff from him. But they are side by side, the Renault versus the Red Bull. And 2-5 has gained 2 positions from that starting sequence. Harass from the back of the grid up into 12th. Crazy Kiwi has followed suit. He's in 13th. Have a look at this, folks. Black Moon up into 15th. Oh, we've got a slow Bopton. Bopton is slow. Bopton's got damage. And Black Moon's getting hunted at the moment. We go back up to the top as the Kraken is trying to make the most out of that hot, soft compound tyre, Chasey.
And Tab's got damaged on he's lost an end plate as well, so I expect him to come into the pits. He's
been hampered.
Oh
no, we've got it. Oh no, Tab was trying to get into the pit lane.
Couldn't get the rotation.
No, he was trying to get into
the rotation to get into the pits there. And, unlucky.
And we have a safety car, folks. We have a safety car, and I always said, you're going to get one early. If you don't get one early here, you're not going to get one at all. So there you go, safety car. We are on lap 3 of 36 here, guys. And the Kraken leads this one over Macau. The timing screen's...
Crazy Kiwi's got a 5-second pen as well. And Ramin's out. Ramin's gone. So.
Yeah, Ramin is gone. Unfortunate for Ramin. Tabbed was trying to get into that pit lane. Ramin was trying to send it. Tabbed moved over and Ramin just went whack right in the back of him and off went his wheel, as you did see at home. But yes, we have safety car conditions here, folks. And I will bring up the position changes for you folks at home. There they are there. So, well, that is not where they're at. So the Kraken leads this one. There he is there, the Kraken. Tab, we wait for this timing screen to all fix itself up, of course. But yes, Kraken, there you go. No, there you go. It's just fixed itself now. Up one. Macau down one. Suicide 5, where you were. What a start from Blue Dog. And he's managed to put a car between himself and his championship rival, Mr. Brad Tay. There you go. James Ralph down one. Brad Tay up two. As you can see, all for that at home. Harass up 11 places. And, well, Harass doing what Harass does, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
I don't know how Harass avoids all the crashes.
I don't know how he does it either.
He's an expert at driving around people that are crashing or something. I don't know. It's amazing. He is the cleanest driver I think I've ever seen. So
he certainly is. As the boys start to pick up the safety car now. And where is the safety car? There they are there. So Kraken putting a lot of
Crazy
energy.
Kiwi's taking his 5-second pen as well. Sorry, Crazy Kiwi just took his 5-second pen in the pits. Which is a smart move under safety car and onto the mediums.
Of course, yeah. Get rid of that while you've got a safety car. Doesn't affect you as much. Of course, they've all got to catch the pack anyway. So, well, there you go. Kraken getting real racy behind the safety car. Hold your horses, Kraken. We have got a couple of laps behind this one yet, mate. And, well, he was putting a lot of energy into those softs. I'd be trying to save them as much as possible here, Chasey.
Yeah, you don't want to put any extra wear on your tyres. At all, as I talked about before, every lap can count when you get towards the pointy end of the race. So even if you can push it one extra lap, it can make a difference. So exactly right. So Bopton will be the last person, P19, and these boys got to catch that the field, of course. They say we're going to have one more lap behind the safety car here, Chasey. So it gives us the time to take a breath and yeah. Sink into your chairs at home, folks, because I think this one's going to be an absolute belting Grand Prix. Gives us a time to catch our breath as the Kraken's still putting a lot of energy into those tyres, isn't he? He's very enthusiastic. He just wants to get this race going right now, I think. So he is super keen to get this race moving. So
I think so, mate. I think so. So we'll go to the order again. Macau in P2 has dropped a place, of course. Suicide 5, P3. Blue Dog, P4. James Ralph, P5. Excuse me. Brad Tay, P6. The Stig, there he is there, the Stig. In P7, 2-5 is in P8 as Ramin has joined the chat. I think that is Ramin, and yes, it is Ramin. Ramin, I think tabbed had damaged front wing, and he was trying to get into the pit lane, and that's why he was going so slow, mate. Unfortunate, but I'm sure you've recorded it. Put all your incidents in the incident report room, and the stewards will take care of it. Unfortunate from you there, Ramin. You were looking very, very good. But yes, you are out of this Grand Prix. We are already on lap 4 of 36, albeit a couple of laps behind the safety car, folks. Harass into P9. Nick Magoo, P10. Black Moon, there he is there in P11. He's already made up a few spots there as Black Moon, I do believe. Has he, or did he start 11th? Let's just double check that for you guys at home. I think he has. Up 3 places. Reedy, P12, up 4 places. Hello there, Housey in P13, down 1, unfortunately. Banana Hammock, up 3 places in 14th. It's not me. Rolling Thunder, up 3. It's not me, it's you, up 3. Crazy Kiwi, tabbed, and Bopton. But I think we're about to go here, and we certainly are. And the Kraken has gone, but Macau is right there and thereabouts. Macau was not napping. And let's just see what happens here. He's hunting a slipstream. There is no DRS zone, of course, within the first 3 laps of the safety car being put back into the pit lane. So these boys will all have to do it on exit and run, of course, using that slipstream to an advantage. The close we're seeing Tabbed get by. It's not me, it's you. There he is there, around the outside, into turn 1. Fantastic move. And Tab moved himself up into P16 as the Stig and James Ralph swap positions. Maybe that could be possibly team orders as the Stig gets by James Ralph. 2-5 is getting real racy behind Brad Tay. There he is there. This is the medium versus the medium. These boys on the medium are obviously going to go a lot longer than the guys on the softs. Where is Macau? Macau's still trying to hang on to the back of the Kraken on the softs. Macau on the medium as S5 gets a 3-second time penalty. Blue Dog is up in the third place. Blue Dog is in a podium position here. We have a double podium at the moment, albeit on lap 5. But two Mercs in the top 3, and that is probably exactly what the doctor ordered. There you go, Blue Dog up into 3rd. The next battle on track, this is James Ralph and the Stig. This is teammates. I think James Ralph's going to get a nice little handy tow. He's burning a lot of ERS here though, Chasey.
He certainly is, and he's gone on. No, he hasn't got him. Yeah, you're gonna burn your ERS easy on this track, so you do need to save a little bit if you can. And he's got down to 33% already, so he just needs to tuck in behind him and just be a little bit patient. I think wait for the right time. But I mean, these guys on the softs, they want to get moving. Blue Dog is doing a sensational job in 3rd, and Brad Tay's down to 7th, but he is on the medium.
He's on the medium,
you know, we will expect him to probably, in a couple more laps, start to peg that gap back, I would say. So,
well, the closest battle on track at the moment is between Reedy and Black Moon, albeit 11th and 12th position here, folks. And it is 0.4 of a second. And let's just see how Reedy handles this dirty air coming off the rear wing of that Ferrari. Look at the hamper. Look how much it hampered him coming through there, Chasey. And he has dropped back well over 0.6 of a second just from going through those S's. We've got the two Papaya McLarens probably working together as a team at the moment. Yes, they are, as the Stig leading his teammate over James Ralph. Suicide 5 has dropped off just ever so slightly, and he has picked up a 3-second time penalty for his efforts, but he is sitting in 4th position as Harass gets by Brad Tay. And there you go, Brad Tay down into 8th position at the moment. And, he's on the medium, so he will come into his own. 2-5, there he is there on the medium as well. So these boys on the medium will come into their own. And let's not forget, hello there, Housey, on the hard compound, folks. So he's going to go a hell of a lot longer than anybody around him.
And Tab picked up a 3-second pen on that last lap as well, so he's back down to 15th. And James Ralph just picked up another 3-second penalty as well. And this is what I was saying earlier. I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of penalties in this race, and I think it's going to be really interesting at the end. If you don't have any penalties, you're going to be in a strong position. So
that's exactly right. I mean, we were talking before the Grand Prix, Che. Oh, as James Ralph gets a tank slapper and a half, and that's opened the door for Harass, but Harass has to tuck in. Oh, Harass has got his racing helmet on today here, folks. There was a massive tank slapper from James Ralph. Harass thought he saw an opportunity, but James Ralph closed the door. Harass thought better of it and tucked right in behind him. I dare say Harass is going to make a move here. He is going to get the DRS. His overtake button is on. And, he's cooking his DRS at the moment. He's going to get a nice handy tow. But, of course, it is a DRS train, mate. It is a DRS train. As we are looking at the closest battle on track at the moment. Harass versus James Ralph. Macau is starting to come into his own. I just wonder, folks, if these softs are starting to die off ever so slightly because, well, Macau is all over the back of the Kraken here, mate.
Yeah, he's caught right back up this lap on him, hasn't he? So, yeah, he's going to really start to push him. It makes you wonder if anyone's going to come in a little bit early and try for a bit of an undercut on this track if you're on a two-stop strategy. So,
exactly right. So let's just see how he goes through. He's absolutely sending it. What a quality battle this is for the lead. Blue Dog, let's not forget Blue Dog. He's there and thereabouts. Look how much the top 3 have gapped the next runner in Suicide 5. Well, they've absolutely gone. 3 seconds. I do believe we've only had 3 or 4 laps after safety car. Again, Blue Dog got a tank slapper and a half. But what a save from the lad. What a save. And away he goes. They're all going to get DRS. Yes, it is a DRS train, folks. As we flick back down, we'll pay some homage towards the back of the field. Tabbed and Crazy Kiwi swapping lap times. Who has gone in the pit lane?
Gone into the pits.
Well, there you go. He's looking for an undercut. Black Moon up into the point scoring positions in P10. So everyone will move up one. Here we go. Harass is having a look at James Ralph again. Harass in P6 now. So James Ralph, they're on 8-lap-old softs.
Kraken's going on the inside of Macau. Oh, and he's got him. He's got him.
Oh.
No, Macau comes back and they're side to side. This is all good, clean driving.
Well
bit of
done.
A tap there.
What a move.
Macau's in front on the mediums. Well done. Those mediums are starting to come into play now, aren't they?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. That was a fantastic move there by Macau. Absolutely brilliant racing. But Blue Dog is with his teammate. And his teammate is there, of course. Blue Dog leading this championship. I dare say we may see team orders, team orders come into this one, of course. And of course, Formula One, folks, it is not an individual sport. Yes, one person drives the car, but it is a team game. And that is something never, ever, ever to forget. And, Blue Dog and Kraken just using this track to an advantage, mate. These DRS zones using each other to pull each other along and maximise their lap time, of course, as James Ralph and Harass. Well, I thought they were about to swap positions, but Harass, he's got a nice handy toe. He's got DRS now, and I dare say Harass is going to send it into turn one. Is he alongside? He's alongside. This is going to be touch and go in. Yes, Harass gets that job done. Fantastic move, but James Ralph ain't done yet. James Ralph, I thought he was going to hang it in, but he's given up that position. And, Harass up into P4, if you don't mind, Chasey.
I think we're just losing the grip on the softs now, so
I think
the
so.
medium tyres are really starting. I mean, Harass really just walked straight past him there. He just had way more grip. But and you can see Blue Dog's just getting a little bit behind Kraken, but I mean, he would have been happy to watch Kraken and Macau battle each other. That's probably helped him a little bit to stick with them. So
most definitely,
he'll be pretty happy with his race at the moment. So
as we've got Miss Page in the chat saying this could stuff up or screw the Mercs on strategy if there is a safety car. Well, yes, most definitely would probably, a free pit stop though, to be honest though, Miss Page. But yes, it's probably a valid point there you make, of course, as Brad
Kraken's come in.
So Kraken's come in. Blue Dog stayed out. So interesting to note, this is a short lap here and a short pit lane, of course. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure the overcut works very well here, but depending on your tyre life, of course. But Brad Tay up into 5th position. 4th position as James Ralph has boxed as we did. Oh, no, he has not. He's lost a place. There you go. Brad Tay got by James Ralph. There you go. Excuse me, folks. And 2-5 into P6. So these medium runners are really coming into their own. There are only 3 runners of soft compound guys in the top 10. As Page saying the double stack wouldn't be worth it if it, yes, 100%. 100% as 2-5 is having a look.
2-5.
Oh, 2-5 having a look at James Ralph, but he thought better of it. That is not the place to send it. Not when you're that far back. Of course, use the track to your advantage, and that is exactly what he's going to do. Of course, James Ralph will be boxing, I dare presume, at the end of this lap, and, it will free up 2-5. So just bite your time there, son, and you will get the job done, of course, and then it's all about the lap time after that point.
And is Blue Dog going to come into the pits this lap? You would think he will. And he is. He's coming into the pits. So it'd be interesting. I assume you put on the mediums, but we'll wait and see what happens. Well, and Harass, you got to give Harass a round of applause. I mean, he's already up to 2nd place, starting last.
That's exactly
amazing.
Right. So I think he's seen Macau on the track and he thought, "Ooh, I wouldn't mind a piece of that." And IV Trixed, welcome to the stream. This is Parabolical eSports Oceania Division 2. Macau in reserve capacity, and he is supporting Macau. First time chat from the viewer. Welcome, mate. Yes, Macau trying to check out, but Harass is hanging in there. They're roughly lapping at approximately the same time. Harass wants a piece of this, and Brad Tay up into 3rd place, of course, yet to stop of the medium runners. Reedy, the highest of the soft runners, and he has got tabbed with a phenomenal effort after that early safety car, put on a set of mediums, and away he goes. So he's got a little bit of life, more life left in them compared to the guys around him. The Kraken has put on the mediums, so has the Blue Dog. So they are the first of the front runners to box, of course. But we're about to see a move. Is Tab going to send it? No, they're side by side. This would be risky. This would be very risky. But yes, Tab gets that job done. Fantastic move. And yes, Tab moved up into P7. Great move from Tab. As we look further down the field, the two Alpha Tauris are nose to stern. As S5 has boxed and put the medium compound on, and he has got Hello There Housey in front of him on that hard compound. Reedy has decided to get enough's enough, and he has got rid of that soft compound as the Kraken sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix with a 1 minute 17.1 at this stage.
And that early pit for Kraken's absolutely, it's taken, it's cost Blue Dog about 4 seconds, just that 3.5 seconds, just that one extra lap that he had to do. So that undercut for Kraken has worked absolutely beautifully for him. So, and pulling out a fastest lap now. So well done, Kraken.
Sorry, mate, but Crazy Kiwi and Black Moon were having a look. Black Moon had a look, and well, there you go. That piece of slice did absolutely close on him. And Black Moon did well to hold that. He's still got no visible damage, but he has got tabbed all over the back of him for company. And this will be hampering
Kraken's there as well.
This will be hampering Kraken's progress. He has to follow suit here, mate.
Crazy Kiwi pulls up a 3-second time pen as well.
As we did predict, we're expecting, of course, the very tricky Sector 2 is going to cost a lot of drivers, a lot of penalties throughout this division, or through multiple divisions, of course. We are at Mexico here. This is race day 22, folks. Just 2 more rounds remaining after this one.
But sideways.
Kraken
takes him on the inside, and he's got lots of ERS, so he's going to just pump that ERS out, and I reckon he's going to try and take Black Moon as well. Can he do it?
Fantastic move there by the Kraken. Yeah, he's too far behind. And Black Moon, yes, as we did see, have a bit of a look at Crazy Kiwi there earlier on, a lap or so ago. But now he has to be watching his mirrors because, well, the Kraken on fresh mediums has just breezed by the Ferrari, and he's got Crazy Kiwi in his sights. I'll tell you what, mate. The Kraken is setting purple sectors lap after lap. He'd want to be careful because he doesn't want to take too much tyre life. And the Kraken with a tank slapper and a half. And that's cost him dearly as Black Moon has opened the door for Black Moon. But I tell you what, it's follow suit through Sector 2. And, the Kraken's got enough pace in himself to, to stretch that gap ever so slightly as we go down to Suicide 5 and Hello There Housey. It's 0.4 of a second. Housey on 13 lap old hards. And Suicide 5 just can't make the most out of these fresh mediums at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're on 3 lap old mediums, so he should. Hello Housey on the 13-year-old hards, 13 lap old hards. I mean, they're nice and warm now. He's probably looking okay, but you know, as far as I'm aware, the hards on this track are not great. But he will want to run really, really long on those hards, and he will want them absolutely worn out before he does a pit. And the sticks, Crazy Kiwi. Oh yeah, Brad Tay's pit and Harass's pit as well. So
well, I think we're going to see a move here.
Onto the softs. So.
Nick Magoo on Banana Hammock. Yes, it certainly is. And there you go. That is easy pickings for Nick Magoo. Great move there. And have a look at this. After the first round of pit stops here, mate, Brad Tay in P11.
Banana Hammock went around.
Oh, and there you go. Banana Hammock has spun. We did catch that. I was on Brad Tay, but there you go.
He's hit Reedy.
There are the drivers.
Contact there with Reedy.
There are the drivers' championship standing, folks. And you can see where they're all at on that championship table. And you can see where they're all at in this particular Grand Prix. That is it. That is it. I tell you what, 2 more rounds to go. And this one is an absolute corker.
And Brad Tay is right. Oh, he's got Suicide 5 just straight past him.
There you go. So
he's on those softs. So yeah, you'd expect him to be pretty jumpy at the moment.
I would think so, mate. But as we did touch on early doors, those softs are really only good for about 10 laps. So that will take him to lap 25-ish or so. Excuse me. As we're seeing Blue Dog. Blue Dog making a move on Tabbed, is he? He certainly is. And that is back up into P3. for the Blue Dog as he picks up a time penalty for his troubles, and we will flick to them towards the end of the Grand Prix, folks. But we have got Racing Life. That is Mr. Fury Strat in the chat. How are you there, brother? I hope you're well. And, well, of course, Mr. Fury Strat, usually in the commentary box every now and then with me, and he could not make it tonight. We have got Chasey Dane, the beautiful baritones of Chasey Dane in the commentary box. And, yeah, enjoying ourselves here, are we, in Parabolical eSports.
As Macau comes into the pits on lap 15. So it's going to be interesting to see if he comes out in front of Kraken or not.
Well, we are watching Kraken at the moment.
I reckon Kraken's going to get him.
Well, it's going to be very touch and go. It's going to be touch and go. He had 21 and a half seconds, of course, as well, he's coming around that last corner. Has Macau been released yet? He certainly has. It's going to be touch and go here, Crazy. It's going to be touch and go. Where is Macau? There he is there. He's done it. Macau's done it. What a... I tell you what, and he's come out on the softs. He's come out on the very, 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 very quick tyre. And, well, the Kraken thinks, geez, this bloke is lightning. He's had a little bit of a lock-up as Macau. But I tell you what, he's on the quicker tyre. He should get out of DRS zone pretty quick smart here, Chasey.
And Harass just got the fastest lap then as well on those brand new softs. So he is on the move right behind Blue Dog.
He certainly is, mate, but we are looking at Brad Tay. Brad Tay is really making amends here, folks, with that brand new soft compound. He is hunting the Stig at the moment. The Stig on 7-lap-old mediums. Brad Tay on brand new softs, of course, as, yes, Nat Hammer, we will get to them a bit later on, mate. There's still plenty of laps remaining, nearly 20 to be honest, buddy. And we'll get to them a bit later on because I dare say they are racking up thick and fast. But yes, Nick Magoo having a good look at hello there, Housey. Hello there, Housey. There he is there in Sector 2. Nick Magoo right behind him. This is 8th and 9th. And 2-5's joining the party as Macau. Have a look at the lad stretching his lead. Already 3.5 seconds, mate. Showing his prowess as, yes, Crazy Kiwi picks up another time penalty.
And Brad Tay just got past the Stig as well in those nice fresh softs. So the Stig on 8-lap-old mediums now. So Brad Tay is also on the move. He needs to pull back, harass, and he needs to catch Blue Dog. So,
well, 2-5, as we were talking, 2-5 just got by Nick Magoo there around the last corner, and he's having a look at Housey. He gets it by Housey. It's a double move for 2-5. Fantastic stuff there. And 2-5 moves himself up into P8, of course, and Housey's down into P9. He's trying to make that one-stop work, I dare say. He might go a hard medium, mate, but be interesting to see which tyre compound he does put on. The gaps have sort of spread out a little bit. Nick Magoo having a look at Crazy Kiwi. Ooh, he thought better of it. A slight lock-up, and Crazy Kiwi all over the back of hello there, Housey.
Yeah, I think Crazy Kiwi will he'll two lap old softs. I think he's going to get hello there, Housey, pretty quickly here. Hello there seems to be struggling on those hards at the moment, so
he certainly
it's just too early for him to come into the pits yet. So he's just got to put up with them as Macau pulls out a 1:16 flat. Nice lap.
Tell you what, here goes Crazy Kiwi. Crazy Kiwi, hello there, Housey, and that is job done. And, well, hello there, Housey. Housey, for short, is struggling on that hard compound tyre. As Macau's got a couple of fans in the chat. Oh, that is Trix, who joined just before, of course. And, well, there you go. Yes, Macau is a great, great racer. As 2-5 is having a good look at his cousin. He's having a good look at his cousin side by side, and that is job done. 2-5 jumps Suicide 5. That is P7 for the lad. And I'll tell you what, mate, these softs at this stage of the Grand Prix are really coming into their own.
And Nick Magoo's also just taken the spot from Hello There Housey. So Hello There's really struggling on those hards at the moment.
He really is. What's he done now? 18 laps on that hard compound. The closest gap battle on track is the one we're watching. Well, it was the one we're watching. But, of course, as you did touch on, Nick Magoo did get by him. The gaps have slowly started to spread out a little bit. Crazy Kiwi, real rapid on that soft compound. Suicide 5 on the medium, so the slower tyre, of course, folks. But the medium will come on into their own, but they're going to box around about the same time because you're going to get about 10-ish or so laps out of that soft compound. And if you're talking that, another 7 laps time, I dare say Suicide 5 will box roughly around the same time, but he is down into P9. Crazy Kiwi up into P8. So move done as Harass is having a good look at Blue Dog.
Ooh. It was off. Oh, no.
So-
So Macau just got another fastest lap, so that's 2 fastest laps in a row Macau's done. So he is absolutely flying on those new softs.
He really is. He absolutely is. So there you go. Harass moved up into P3. He has relegated Blue Dog down into P4. And have a look at the championship, folks. Blue Dog and Brad Tay and the Stig, 4th, 5th, and 6th, if you don't mind. As we're seeing James Ralph, and hello there, how's he having a cracking battle? And James Ralph has sent it. And yes, he got that job done. Fantastic move. Hello there, how's he's going to lose another one? I think he's going to lose another one. Is he or is he not? He's got DRS for his troubles. And no, I think he's going to hold that ever so well, just hold that position. I think Nick Magoo will get him in the next few corners, of course. There you go, folks. Nick Magoo, there he is there, right up the gearbox of Hello There, Housey.
Hello there, Housey, all sideways around that last corner as well, and that's just Nick Magoo. He's right next to him. He thought about it, but he's smart. He's just going to wait. He's going to be patient and get through these corners, and then he'll probably do something down the straight, I'd say. So.
I think so, mate. I think
driving.
So. Yeah, most definitely. It's a brilliant race so far. As well, the gaps, like I did touch on, have started to spread out. But Black Moon, Reedy, and Tabbed. Look how close that is. They're all following each other. That's 1, 2, 3. That is P13, 14, and 15. Tabbed under the pump here, mate. He is on that hard compound. That hard compound is the wrong compound to be on, in my opinion, especially here being such a quick lap. You just lose too much time through the 2nd and 3rd sectors.
And Reedy's coming up, and Reedy's gonna get him reasonably easy there. And Black Moon is also wants a bit of the action. He's just hit him on the inside, but and they're side by side, and they've had contact.
They have, but they follow suit, and Black Moon tucks in. We'll flick back down to that. Black Moon's got DRS. There you go. And that is job done for Black Moon, up into 14th place. Fantastic move. Reedy up into 13th, and there you go, Tabbed. Put that hard compound. I think that might have been a bit of an error. A bit of an error from the young fella. And, well, there you go. He's falling down this order here, Chasey.
He certainly is. I mean, yeah. And Black Moon gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
There you go. So we'll run through the penalties for you now, folks. We are on lap 22 of 36, and the Kraken has 6. Blue Dog has 3. Brad Tay has 3. Suicide 5, the Stig have 3 each. Crazy Kiwi has 9. James Ralph has 6 seconds worth of penalties as Crazy Kiwi puts that one in the pit lane. Crazy Kiwi is out. He is retired from this Grand Prix on lap 22. That is a pit and quit, Chasey.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. I didn't think that he had any damage or anything. So, and then James Ralph picks up a 3-second time pen. So the time penalties now, as these guys get tired, the time penalties are really starting to rack up now. So
certainly, mate. Absolutely. Just bear with me, folks. I've got to get my pen.
As Macau is absolutely smashing out in front.
He certainly is. Look at Macau's gap. Yes, look at Macau's gap. He's a phenomenal driver, Trix. Have the pleasure of, obviously what races in other leagues and leading championships is the boy. And as a quality racer, I actually enjoy watching him race. Very, very good guy. Very good lad. Great racer. And yeah. Brilliant to see, to be honest. But the gaps have slowly started to spread out as Black Moon and Reedy are having a cracking battle throughout this whole Grand Prix. And, Black Moon hasn't quite got the job done on Reedy. Reedy, a little bit of a tank slapper there coming out of the second last and last corner. He wants all about the drive here, mate, but I think...
That was a smooth operator.
Hang on a minute. We have a new follower, Chloe Bonnable. Chloe Bonnable. Well, there you go. Thanks for the tongue twister, Chloe. But absolutely brilliant stuff from you. Welcome to the stream. This is Parabolical eSports. This is Oceania Division 2, by the way. You are follower, according to that screen, 749. Yes, welcome. And yes, Black Moon, as we were talking, Black Moon did get that job done on Reedy here, mate. So that has moved him up into P11. And, well, there you go. These softs probably on Black Moon's car are only, and Macau's, to be honest, are only good for another 4 or so laps. We have 12 laps remaining here, folks. 12 laps remaining. So I tell you what, these boys are going to have to do another pit stop. There is no rain on the forecast, as I did predict. Housey has gone the hard medium option. He's put a fresh set of mediums, and he wants to make some end roads. He's lost a whole heap of positions, has the lad. And let's just see if he can fight his way through this field. But yes, as I did touch on, the gaps have opened up. But our championship leaders, there they are there. Blue Dog and Brad Tay, nose to stern. Well, not nose to stern, about a second. Blue Dog just slightly out of DRS zone from Brad Tay. Brad Tay on 8-lap-old softs. They will be due to come off that car very, very shortly.
Ooh, Blue Dog's gone sideways. Nearly a tenth lap of that corner.
Certainly has.
Just lets Brad come a little bit closer.
Certainly has, mate. Certainly has. And, well, there you go. There you go. So he's well within DRS zone at the moment, but he's not going to get it done, mate. Those softs will be going off as we speak, as we have a yellow flag in Sector 3 there, mate. Not too sure what has happened, but it has disappeared pretty quick smart as Brad Tay is really reeled in. I'll try to say that one really quick. Really reeled in Brad Tay on Blue Dog. This is the championship fight, folks. And there are the championship tables. There it is there. That's the 2 on track we're looking at. Blue Dog ahead in the championship by 6 points with 2 more Grand Prix after this one. Brad Tay with a whole handful of ERS and DRS to go with it. And, well, he's saving it. He's saving his overtake, of course. Of course, I think Brad Tay may box at the end of this lap as the Stig gets a 5-second time penalty and Tab gets a 3-second time penalty for his efforts as well. But we are watching a cracking battle here, folks.
And Brad Tay he is right up the cracker of Blue Dog right at the moment. He is applying all the pressure he can. So Blue Dog just needs to stay calm and just keep driving that car.
I'll tell you what,
Brad Tay's tyres will be absolutely screaming soon. So
Alfie WGK, welcome to the stream. Well, I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs. We have jumped 2 numbers, but we've hit it. 750, baby. Woo! Good job, everybody out there. Well done. Welcome to the stream. This is Parabolical Big Devil 2010. Oh, Simba. Simba's joined as well. I tell you what, they're coming in thick and fast now. Chasey Dane, Simba, TLK. Welcome to the stream as well. Parabolical eSports, Oceania Division 2. We are watching the championship leaders as they are boxing together. Are they boxing together? Blue Dog? No.
No, Blue Dog's gone in.
I think Blue Dog's made a smart decision there. We have 10 laps remaining, folks. And Chasey, I will leave it with you for 1 second. We will sit on, well, 2-5 is boxed. We will stay with Suicide 5 unless he does a pit stop. He does a pit stop as well. So we'll go up to the Kraken. And I'm going to put a poll for the driver of the day in the chat, folks. So you get your votes in for the driver of the day. Give me 1 second. I'll be with you shortly.
And we got Brad Tay. Brad Tay is on 10-lap-old soft, so he's gonna have to come in this lap surely. And we're gonna really see if the undercut from Blue Dog will. Oh, James Ralph hit Harass. Has he gone around? No, he's still going. Has he got any damage? No, he does look okay. It's a bit of an incident there. And what is going on with Brad Tay as he comes in? He is really, really pushing it. Everything he has got this lap.
He certainly.
As Harass gets past Nick Magoo.
I've got 2 more to put in there. I'm just trying to figure out which is the best 2 to pick. I can only put.
That's right. We've got Brad Tay coming up, and is he going to pull it in the pits? We're about to find out. And he is pulling. No, I thought he was. He looked like he was, but no, he's going to do another lap as the Kraken comes into the pits. So Brad Tay is doing another lap, and that could help Blue Dog, but Blue Dog is stuck behind Nick Magoo. He has to get past him ASAP. This is costing him a heap of time. He is right, and as Nick Magoo pulls into the pits, that releases Blue Dog. Off he goes. He needs to give it everything he's got right now.
So James Ralph just been passed by Harass. And yes, Macau has pitted. but I have put the driver of the day poll in the Twitch chat, folks. I can only do 5 drivers, and I do not put the reserves in the driver of the day. It is only for full-time drivers, and yes, Macau is a reserve driver, so even though he's had a cracking Grand Prix, he will not be selected, of course. Tabbed is having a good look at the Stig here, mate. And the Stig in P8, this is a battle for 8th and 9th at the moment. Tabbed, I'll tell you what, these hards might be just starting to fire up here, mate. We are on lap 27 of 36 as Blue Dog is having a good look at James Ralph, but thinks better of it. Oh, he thought better of it. There you go. He's losing heaps of time. He's just got to use the track to his advantage here, mate. Stay right behind him. There's a DRS zone approaching, and he can get this job done very, very quick, smart. Brad Tay's gone defensive. Blue Dog's going to have to go the long way around, and he does, and he gets that job done. Blue Dog up into 5th place. James Ralph down into 6th.
Brad Tay's in the pits as well.
Well,
so
let's just
see
see
where Blue Dog's going to come out.
Well, Blue Dog's absolutely going to jump him by miles. Blue Dog around that last corner now. And there you go. Brad Tay still in the box as Harass gets by him. Blue Dog will get by him. And there you go. There you go. Oh, there's Brad Tay there.
Ooh.
There, it's close. It's close. I'll tell you what, folks. We are going to have a cracking battle. Well, he's a reserve.
Can they make it any more exciting? Can these guys make it any more exciting? Like, seriously.
Well, Paige, we do not put reserves in driver of the day, of course. That would not be fair to the full-time drivers. But yes, the only full-time drivers. But we are watching the battle for the championship lead. Brad Tay and Blue Dog, they have come out within 5/10 of each other. We are on lap 28 of 36. And just a reminder for you guys at home, I do apologise. It's going to block some of the screen, but it is worth the look. There they are there, top 2, Blue Dog and Brad Tay. Have a look how close this one is, folks. And there are the championship standings. I'll get rid of them because we are watching a cracking battle.
I could almost watch this and not say anything. It's that exciting. Brad Tay, obviously, he's got 1 lap better soft, so that's probably going to help him towards the end. And he is right up the clacker of Blue Dog, and he is just thinking, do I go for it? Do I save my ERS? And I think he's pushed the ERS, and he is going for it.
There you go. So we're going to see the move done well, there you go. Brad Tay easily swings by, but this is going to be a DRS train, of course. Blue Dog will hang on to the back of each other as Paige saying, I'm not going to support any other than my boy. Paige, you're from the UK. Macau's from Australia. Unless it's a long-distance relationship, I think that ain't going to work. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, we're moving on here, Paige, as Blue Dog and Brad Tay did swap 4th and 5th position. There you go. Wishful thinking, quite possibly. But yes, Nick Magoo, there he is there in P12. Have a look at this. This is a battle for 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th here, Chasey. And I think we'll stick with this one as we'll keep an eye on that gap at the moment up the top of the tree with Blue Dog and Brad Tay. But Brad Tay trying to break that DRS zone. It's currently 0.8 of a second as we're seeing a move. Nick Magoo around the outside. Is he going to send it? No, there you go, Black Moon. There you go, Black Moon into 12th. Nick Magoo, 13th, has to tuck him behind. And those two Hasses nose to stern. As we flick back up to James Ralph, having a good look at hello there, Housey, mate. As Paige saying only if COVID didn't exist. Well, there you go. Wishful thinking at best, Miss Page. But yes.
And James Ralph absolutely centered it on hello there, Housey. What an absolute pass there. Oh, that was well done to James. He is on the move now.
As Suicide 5 gets by, Tabbed has boxed, and he's put the fresh set of soft compounds on. We are on lap 30 of 36. Blue Dog is still within that DRS zone of Brad Tay. I tell you what, this is going to go down to the wire here, folks. These two are battling it out for the title. And, well, we all know where Blue Dog wants to finish. We all know where Brad Tay wants to finish. All obviously ahead of each other. As hello there, Housey is trying to hang on the back of that James Ralph. But I tell you what, the mediums versus the soft is no competition at this stage. Black Moon is starting to come into his own here, mate. And he is only 4/10 behind Housey at the moment. And unfortunately, I don't want to say it. But hello there, Housey, as it was in the first stint. He's going to, well, wear the brunt of being on the slower compound of tyre. As B-Fly, damn, more votes for the Stig than there are viewers. Oh, well, let's have a look how many votes for the Stig. What? 83? Stig's paying his mates. Stig is paying his mates. So there you go. The Stig is paying his mates. And, well, the Stig is down into 7th position at the moment as we're seeing It's Not Me, It's You getting well and truly out of the way of the leaders. Bopton picks up a 3-second time penalty for his efforts. He is in 15th position at the moment. But we are watching a battle here between, well, Black Moon and Housey. I think he's going to get this job done. DRS zone approaching. There it is. Black Moon on the inside, Housey on the outside. And yes, easy pickings for Black Moon. Cuts across, back on the racing line, opens up that turn 1, and away he goes. Well, there you go. Crazy Kiwi betting on his mates. Well, driver of the day in P7, Crazy Kiwi, you're way better than that, mate. And, well, license points coming your way for a pit and quit. But we move on. Yes, Black Moon into 10th. James Ralph, P9. Suicide 5, 8. The Stig, there he is there, all by his lonesome in P7. 2-5 up into 6th. And let's just see if Stig can make any end grounds on this. Well, onto 2-5 as Blue Dog. Excuse me, I just missed that there, Chasey. Blue Dog has got by Brad Tay, and he's got Harass in front of him.
Brad Tay had a big moment. He was right up behind Harass, really harassing Harass. And he just lost it on that last corner, and Blue Dog just snuck past nicely. So,
yeah, you are.
And Blue Dog is all over the back of Harass now. So Harass is he's struggling a little bit on these softs at the moment, and Blue Dog is pushing him with Brad Tay. Probably just going to sit back and see what happens.
So yes, Harass.
Nick Magoo just took past Hello the Housey as well. So
sorry, mate. I was paying attention to the chat there. I shouldn't have been, but I was. And yes, I can correct you there. Crazy. Yeah, you will. But we move on. Anyway, like I said, hello there, Housey. Well, he's on that slower tyre. Reedy is having a good look at Housey at the moment. And there you go. He's going to send it into turn 4. Did Housey close the door? And there you go. Reedy has to bide his time ever so slightly. We move back up to the top of the field as Blue Dog and Harass and Brad Tay having a good old battle here. The Red Bull, Mercedes and Williams are battling this one out. Macau has checked out. The Kraken has checked out. But this is where the battle's at as Blue Dog using a whole heap of overtake and ERS. DRS, there you go, and gets that job done on Harass. That is a shocking camera angle, folks. I do apologise. And Harass is in between Blue Dog and Brad Tay.
yeah, that's a great pass by Blue Dog. Very well done. He's been saving up his ERS the last few laps and just using it at the right time. But now we've got Brad Tay. He's looking at Harass and yes. And I Harass there just being really... Oh, no, the side by side.
Brad Tay, I tell you what, he doesn't...
Brad Tay's got him.
He doesn't want to let Blue Dog go, does he? We are on lap 33 of 36 here, folks. And Blue Dog and Brad Tay lead this championship. Blue Dog by 6 points. I tell you what, it is absolutely close as. We'll bring up the penalties for you, folks. There you go. Kraken has 6, Blue Dog 3, Brad Tay 3. So I tell you what, Harass could jump Brad Tay if he stays within that 3-second zone. And same with Blue Dog. Harass could jump them both, to be fair. The Stig has 11 seconds of time penalties, followed by Suicide 5 with 3, James Ralph with 15, Black Moon with 3, Nick Magoo with 6, Reedy with 12, while Tabbed is having a shocker with 20 seconds of time penalties. Bopton with 6, Banana Hammock with 3, It's Not Me, It's You with 3, and Rolling Thunder with 12, of course, as, well, Harass wants that position back, and I don't think he's going to get it. Brad Tay doing a phenomenal job at the moment on 5-lap-old softs. He's got the tyre life in his back pocket. Let's just see if he can make inroads on Blue Dog, of course. This is the closest battle on track here, folks. This is where we're going to stay. Of course, the leaders, the top 2 have checked right out of this Grand Prix, as Brad Tay really starting to close in on Blue Dog here, mate.
And I think those 7-lap-old softs for Blue Dog is starting to come into play with Brad Tay's got 2-lap younger softs, so that's really going to help him these last couple of laps. So he's right up the cracker of Blue Dog, and he is saving his ERS, and let's see what he does down the back straight. But he might want to leave it till the last lap as well, so...
Exactly right. So, well, unless Blue Dog will do a bit of a switcheroo, but I'll tell you what, track position is not necessarily everything here at Mexico, of course. There are a couple of long straights, as you did touch on there, Chasey, as the Stig wins the driver of the day in P7. So there you go. The Stig will get a driver interview, of course. We'll invite him into the commentary box for driver of the day. But yes, Brad Tay, Blue Dog trying to break that slipstream, and Harass is all over the back of Brad Tay. One more lap remaining after this one here, Chasey. As we go back down to Hello There, Housey, I think he's just been passed by Reedy, but we'll flick back up to Brad Tay and Blue Dog. I think Brad Tay's going to get this job done, and yes, he is. Brad Tay, or Blue Dog's going to send it. Blue Dog holds his own. Oh, they've locked wheels. They've locked wheels. And, so far, so good. Oh, Blue Dog's just held the position. This is a championship fight here, folks. An absolute ring-a-ding-ding. And, yes, Blue Dog only 0.3 of a second ahead of his championship rival, Chasey. Wow, this is amazing.
The Blue Dog had a little bit of a tank slapper that let Brad Tay come up on him, but, mate, these guys are making it exciting, aren't they?
They certainly are, mate. They certainly are. And we're going to have a last lap bonanza here as Macau is already on his last lap of the Grand Prix. Absolutely head and shoulders above anyone else at this point this whole Grand Prix, to be fair. This is the last lap. Where is Macau? There he is in Sector 2 as these boys are starting their last lap now. And let's just see what's happening. Blue Dog's gone defensive. Brad Tay's hunting. He's hunting. Blue Dog's on the inside line. Is he going to send it around the outside? He's got that job done. But Blue Dog and Brad Tay side by side. They don't want to touch there. And great move there by Brad Tay, but he's gone wide. And Blue Dog's out. Oh no! Blue Dog is out of this Grand Prix. And he lit up the rear end, hit the wall, off went the wheel, and Blue Dog is out of this Grand Prix. Oh no! As Macau wins here in Mexico. Fantastic drive by that lad. We are watching the Kraken now. The Kraken will take P2, of course. Harass and Brad Tay. What a drive by this lad. He is going to get jumped by Harass, I dare say, because of time penalties. The Kraken will take P2. Here he is. The Kraken, P2. Brad Tay. Here he comes now. Excuse me. Pim 59. Thank you for following. You should have followed ages ago. Captain Slow has followed twice. And there you go. They're all coming now. Brad Tay, P4. Harass, P3. 2-5. What a drive from this lad. What a recovery drive. P5 he will get. Brilliant stuff. The Stig in P6. James Ralph, there he is there in P7. S5, after qualifying third, he will come home in 8th position. Well, he's jumped James Ralph into 7th. And so is Blackwell. There you go, these time penalties. I'm not going to call it out now. I will wait until the timing screens come up after the podium celebrations. But Reedy will be next across this line. And Reedy at the moment in 13th place as the Kraken welcomes back up into the podium. Great drive, because Harass was clean. He had 0 penalties and everybody else had time penalties around him there. Miss Page, as the game gives the driver of the day to Harass because he started at the back of the grid. But yes, we are moving on to the podium celebrations. Captain Slow TV, welcome to the stream. Oceania Division 2, Parabolical eSports, of course. As yes, there you go. Macau winning this Grand Prix. Fantastic drive by that lad. P2 is the Kraken. P3 is the Harass. And, our driver of the day, according to Crazy Kiwi anyway, is the Stig.
That was an incredible race. Macau, he takes the fastest lap there at 1:14.7. Miles in front of everyone else. He was just enjoying himself out there at the front, wasn't he? So, but what a absolutely amazing race that was.
Fantastic. As Blue Dog has joined the Twitch chat. How are you, Blue Dog? Unfortunate from you, mate. Cracking battle. But we will push on, of course. We'll just wait for these to all, for the stewards to do their thing, of course. Wait for them all to flick over. We'll go back up to the top. We'll go on a quick pause. and I'll make sure all these guys get into the commentary box. Give us 1 second, folks. We will be back in a minute. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. We're waiting for Macau to join, and there he is there. He has just joined, but we'll start off with our P3 man, Mr. Harass. Harass, I tell you what, from the back of the grid, it was impressive to watch you fly through that grid and keeping it clean, which is what it's all about. Jumping Brad Tay at the end, of course, you had a bird's eye view of a Blue Dog losing the back end there in turn 1s and 2, and out he went. But great drive from you, Harass, yet again.
Yeah, I had excuse the baby in the background.
That's all right, mate.
I had a good lap one. I think I made about 11 positions, and just caught my way up there, but couldn't keep up to Kraken and Macau's pace. So GG to these boys. Very hard luck for Blue Dog in the championship fight.
Yeah, most definitely is. Well, Harass has got his kids in the background, and thank you for joining. Harass must be a busy dad at the moment. We will move to our P2 man. P2, Mr. Kraken. The Kraken finally back on the podium. And, well, I'll tell you what, you wanted a driver interview. You were looking forward to one. And, mate, you finally got one. Welcome back to the commentary box. Great drive by you, mate.
Yeah, cheers, lad. Oh, mate, I'm just glad that I'm here. Yeah, I was just happy all weekend, pretty much. I mean, I've said that Macau got the win, but hey, he drove better than me, so that's all it comes down to.
That's exactly right,
So,
mate.
and, yeah.
But yeah,
it was just in qualifying.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, yeah, in qualifying, I saw his pace. I was like, oh my god, this man is lightning quick.
Yeah, he is. He certainly is.
I raced him in definitely. I raced him in a Spa, and I was like, we'll fight for P3.
Yep.
And I saw he was quick. I was like, nope, just let him go. Let him have it. So.
He's a quality racer. But I tell you what, mate, don't worry about Macau at the moment. P2 for you, back on the podium. And that is awesome, mate. Awesome. And we'll bring up these championship tables for everybody at home. The Kraken's sitting on 82 points. So you've just breezed, made a little bit more of a gap to Nick Magoo. Currently, before this Grand Prix, you were on 82 points. Nick Magoo on 81. The Stig on 151. The Stig earning the driver of the day. We'll touch on him a little bit later. But I tell you what, mate, you wanted it, you got it, and well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, lad.
No worries, mate. As we move to Mr. Macau, the class of the field. I tell you what, mate, absolute brilliant drive from you, mate. Head and shoulders above everybody else today. Your qualifying lap was quality. Your race pace was brilliant. Kept it clean, kept it straight, and that's all you got to do. Brilliant win.
Yeah, cheers. Nice start, Kraken. Really had to decide whether I'd let you go or something. So, but yeah, no, it was just a good day in the office. Had to get back on my feet after my last race out, filling in at Spa.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, glad to get the win on this one. And yeah, car was good. Tried to help out my teammate for this evening a little bit in qualifying, but
Yeah,
I think he invalidated that lap.
I noticed you giving him a little sneaky toe down that straight there. And I did mention in the commentary box, I wonder if they're partied up together and they're helping each other along. But, well, of course, you with your track prowess, of course, very, very rapid racer. Awesome to watch you go about your business tonight, mate. Fantastic win, fantastic qualifying. Cannot praise you enough, mate. Awesome, awesome job.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
No worries, mate. As we move to our driver of the day. Well, the driver of the day was bought by Crazy Kiwi, sponsored by Crazy Kiwi, and we move to the Stig. I'm only joking, the Stig. Well deserved, mate. Great drive, of course. P7. You are sitting prior to this Grand Prix on 151 points. Of course, Blue Dog, uncharacteristic error from that lad. Lit up the rears, around he went. He will not score any points, unfortunately. But yes, you on 151, starting to reel in with 2 Grand Prix. And let's just see what you can do at Interlagos and, of course, the Yas Marina. But driver of the day, mate, must feel good.
Yeah, thank you. Big shout out to Kiwi. He sponsored me on this one, so that was pretty good. And also Beansy, he got involved as well.
Oh,
so
there you go. He's got
showing the love, and I enjoy it.
I did say he's got his mates in on the chat, and there you go. He's bought his driver of the day. So, well, there you go, Stig. It's good to have you back in the commentary box anyway. And let's just see if you can fire back up for the remaining 2 rounds and show these boys why at one point of this season you were leading this championship. Just to remind them exactly who you are, mate. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 Grand Prix to see you out on track.
Yeah, definitely. Hoping to get hopefully a podium before the end of the season, but we'll just see how we go. Keep chipping away.
Stig.
But
I want you to say I'm going for the win.
A big shout out to Brad Tay. I think honestly he's probably our most improved throughout the whole season. I think he gets my vote for driver of the day, and he definitely deserves to be mentioned. And he's really picked up his pace, and he's very consistent as well. So
Mr. Inconspicuous.
Drove his ass off today. He drove his ass off today, so he did really well. And well done to Macau. His pace is just insane, and harass as always. And also Kraken, he's very quick as well. So well done to those boys, and well done on the call, mate. That was good.
No dramas, mate. Very, very well done by you again, the Stig. And of course, folks, well, that was our top 3. This was Mexico. That was our driver of the day, the Stig. Back in the commentary box, and looking forward to seeing that lad, of course, next week. Yes, Brad Tay in the chat. There he is there. And of course, he will be leading this championship after this round. Fantastic drive. It's great to watch him and just go about his business, just slowly chipping away. And next thing you know, he's always there and thereabouts of late. It's brilliant, brilliant drive from all of the lads, of course. This has been Parabolical eSports, folks. I am Simi Skate. That was Chasey Dane. We do hope you've been enjoying this Grand Prix as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. We do have Formula 2. Not too sure if that's going to be on stream or not, folks. That is on Saturday, 1 p.m. BST or 10 p.m. AEST. Followed by, on a Sunday, your race day covered, folks. Oceania, Division 1, 7:30 p.m. AEST or 10:30 a.m. BST, followed by Division 4 at 1:15 p.m. BST. Division 3 at 3:30 p.m. BST, Division 2 at 5:45 p.m. BST, and Division 1, the main event, at 8 p.m. BST. So I tell you what, folks, that was a cracking Grand Prix. This championship is well and truly alive here, folks. And, well, hope you can enjoy our company with the remaining streams and next week at Interlagos. But for now, for us, this is us, Parabolical Esports. Goodbye for now.